Estimating the amount of power that could be generated by installing water turbines around all the dams on Earth is a complex task that depends on a variety of factors. However, we can provide a rough estimate based on some assumptions and existing data. First, let's consider the number of dams around the world. According to the World Commission on Dams, there are over 45,000 large dams in the world, and tens of thousands of smaller dams. For the purposes of this estimate, let's assume that we install water turbines at 10% of these dams, or 4,500 large dams. Next, we need to consider the potential power output of these turbines. The power output of a water turbine is determined by several factors, including the flow rate and head height difference of the water, as well as the efficiency of the turbine. According to the International Energy Agency, the average global hydropower capacity factor, which measures the actual energy output of a plant compared to its theoretical maximum output, is around 50%. Assuming that the average dam height is 50 meters and the average flow rate is 50 cubic meters per second, we can estimate that a typical water turbine installed at a dam could generate around 3 megawatts (MW) of power. This assumes an efficiency of around 90%, which is typical for modern turbines. Multiplying this by the number of dams with water turbines installed, 4,500, we get a total potential power output of around 13.5 gigawatts, GW. This is a rough estimate, and the actual amount of power generated could be higher or lower depending on various factors such as the size and location of the dams, the flow rate and head of the water, and the efficiency of the turbines. To put this number in perspective, 13.5 gigawatts is roughly equivalent to the output of about 13 large nuclear power plants, or around 18 million solar panels. While this is a significant amount of power, it is still a relatively small fraction of the world's total energy consumption, which was around 168,000 terawatt-hours, DWH, in 2019. It's also important to note that installing water turbines at dams can have environmental and social impacts, such as changes to river ecosystems and impacts on local communities. Therefore, any decision to install water turbines at existing dams should be carefully considered and evaluated based on a range of factors.